Good afternoon, everybody, from one of the most beautiful scenes on all the earth. Here, from the Mara Triangle, we're watching zebras stalking across a plain, but they are being watched very closely by the Kichwa pride of lions. Now, they may hunt, they may not. It's still quite hot, sitting at about 30 degrees Celsius, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. That's quite warm, but you can see this lion is sitting out in the sun, but she's also not really in a sort of enthusiastic stalk pose. In fact, she seems to be settling down. Lions are completely opportunistic feeders, which means that should one of these zebra come too close and perhaps not be paying attention closely enough, the lions would almost certainly have a go. But as it stands at the moment, and I think you'll probably find that what you're looking at is a slightly what we call compressed shot, it looks like the lions are closer to the zebra than they are. In actual fact, they're probably about 150 to 200 meters. There, look at the zebra, spotted the lion now. 200 meters or so, that's about 700 feet. And they are looking at the lions, and the lions will think twice about going after an adult zebra at this distance. They'd be outrun. If there was a young wildebeest, perhaps, as we saw a member of this pride killing not yesterday morning, she would have chased from this distance, but at this distance here, with an adult zebra, it's unlikely. But we don't know what's going to happen. We've been told that these lions are hungry. We've seen them stand up. We've seen they're quite thin. They ate a small zebra yesterday evening, so they clearly do like zebra flesh. Maybe they'll hunt a little bit later. We're going to follow them deep into the night, and hopefully we'll get to see them live killing. Look at that beautiful shot there. My name is James Hendry, by the way. On camera today we have Jean-Dre. Hello, Jean-Dre.
Hello, James.
We're both extremely excited to be broadcasting to you, talking to you live from the Mara Triangle, possibly one of the most iconic wildlife areas on all of planet Earth. Let's go straight back to those lions. You can talk to us. Please do talk to us. Comments in the comments section. You can send comments. You can ask us questions. Anything you like. It'll be lovely to talk to you. It is just such a great privilege to be talking to you from here. Hello, Deb. Thank you for your kind greeting. It's very good to be talking to you all the way here from East Africa. And in case you're wondering in which part of Africa this is, well, this is East Africa. This is Kenya, the southern boundary of Kenya, part of the great Mara Serengeti ecosystem. 20,000 square kilometers of unfettered, unfenced wildlife wonderland. We're in the northern sections, in the Mara section, and down to the south of us in Tanzania, of course, the world-famous Serengeti, all part of the very same ecosystem that we have here. It is just, it's beyond belief how beautiful this place is, and I'm going to ask Jean-Dre to pan around from where he is now. He's panning through the lions, past this Balanites aegyptica, or desert date tree, towards the elephants there, and the elephants, of course, sitting underneath a greying sky. There seems to be a storm building, which, as I said, is not particularly wonderful for filming in, but if you happen to be an animal in a dry area like this, well, that's just a blessing threatening to dump on you right now. Look at those beautiful trees. Can you believe those trees? Look at the green color of them. And Ruth, you say you were here a few years ago and you cannot believe how amazing it is. Well, I can't believe how amazing it is either. I haven't spent long here, you know, Ruth. Only about 4 or 5 days, and we've done some extensive traveling through the Mara Triangle during that time. And my goodness, is it beautiful. We're staying just on the sort of western fringes of the Mara Triangle, up on the Ulololo escarpment. Keep saying that wrong. It's Olulolo escarpment, which bounds the western fringes of the Mara Triangle. We're staying at a beautiful place there called Maasai Mara, and what a privilege it is to be there too, waking up, looking at possibly the best view in all the world. We sit 300 or 500 meters above the plains here, looking down over the great plains of East Africa, which have captured the imagination of so many, many people over the years. And many of you will, of course, have seen Out of Africa, that great film about Karen Blixen and Dennis Fitch-Hatton. Well, that was set right here. Now, Ujol, you're wondering if the Mara Triangle is near the Mara River. Ujol, you've been looking at the Mara River, unbeknownst to you. You see those trees there, all of those thick trees in the distance? That is the banks of the Mara River, which splits the Maasai Mara from the Mara Triangle. We're in the Mara Triangle, and all across that river, of course, the wildebeest and the zebra and the Thompson's gazelle on their great and ceaseless migration. They cross that river to and from during the course of the season when they're up here north, and that's round about now, believe it or not. So between July and the end of October, or sometimes the beginning of October, the wildebeest and the zebra and the tommies are up here, and they cross to and from over that Mara River at traditional crossing points. We might go and see if we can see a crossing at the moment. We've got another vehicle out at the moment just checking to see if there is a gathering of wildebeest or zebra at one of the crossings. And so if there is, looks like there's going to be a crossing, we'll head across there. And Vicky, as you say, this is awesome. It really is. One doesn't really know where to look when you're looking out here. Everywhere you look, there's either an abundance of life or there's an incredible scene like you're looking at now. Gorgeous colours of green, that beautiful dead tree in the background, and of course the foreground, Africa's real royalty, the elephant. Look at them. Their tusks shining in what is becoming the setting afternoon light. Hello, Wilson. You're watching from Liverpool in the United Kingdom, and you say this is fantastic. Well, Wilson, I couldn't imagine a more different place to be than Liverpool right now compared with where we're sitting now. It really just is quite astounding that you're able to appreciate this live all the way from Liverpool on the west coast of England. I hope you're having a good day there. I hope your day is anything like as good as ours. If it is, you'll be a very happy man when you go home later this evening. Let's have a look at this lioness here. And what she's doing is watching the two zebra that we thought she might think about hunting. There, she's just turned around. Isn't that beautiful? We thought she might be trying to hunt a little bit later, and I think she will, but she's just watching those zebra disappearing now over the plains. But she doesn't have to worry. There's so much going on here that at some stage during the course of today, there are going to be other animals coming past here. Topi, Thompson's gazelles, elephants. She's not going to hunt elephants, obviously, but they'll come past here. Zebra, wildebeest, buffalo. There are just warthogs everywhere. You look, there are warthogs popping up and down, and not too far from here, you know, there's a hyena den. So maybe one of them will come past and chase the lions off. Well, it'll have to be more than one. It'll have to be quite a few of them. But really, there is an abundance of life, especially at this time of the year when the wildebeest migration is in residence, as are the zebra. There really is an abundance for these animals, these lions, to go and hunt and eat. As I say, we are live from the Mara Triangle. To the western areas of where we're sitting now, the great Olulolo escarpment is looking down. That's where we're staying at Angama Mara. And the plains stretch out to the east and to the south from here. And Abraham, you're watching from Columbus in Ohio. It's great to have you with us too. And I hope that one day everybody will be able to come to a place like this. You know, if it isn't the Mara Triangle, perhaps another piece of African wilderness, because truly you do feel like you've come to your spiritual home when you land in a place like this. When you see the abundance, you see the fertility, you see the immense colors, this enormous sky with its great grey clouds starting to build, threatening to give us a glorious African blessing a little bit later on. I hope that everybody watching will be able to experience this one day, because it truly is one of the great spectacles the planet has to offer. I'm complete awe. I've been trying to get Jean-Andre to speak a little bit on camera. He's speechless by everything he's been seeing here. He's nodding his head now vigorously, because it truly is, I mean, there are not enough superlatives in the English language to be able to tell you about what we're seeing. I'm just going to get out of your way quickly, because there's some elephants just behind us. Again, fringed in a slightly different view, but equally as magnificent. Look at the different colours of green on the trees there. We've got the light sort of emerald green and the very deep forested olive green behind that. And in the foreground, the elephants in the background. Oof, that is a big storm starting to come over this way. Now that storm, of course, is going to dump the rain that makes the wildebeest move, that makes the zebra move, and it's that following of the rain and the resultant green flashes of grass that come up as a result of the rain that make those migrations happen. All right, everyone, that's going to be it from us. We're going to be following these lions probably late into this night. We see if they're hunting. They look hungry to me, so I think it's going to be great. We're going to stay with them. Probably we'll be broadcasting live from 3 o'clock Central African time, 4 o'clock East African time. We'll follow these lions into the night, and I hope you can join us. See you then.